Sherman found a bunch of.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm so lucky there's
Welcome
a Starbucks.
back, class.
There's a Starbucks right down the road from me.
I mean, I've gotten 6 charms since I've been in.
Okay, I'm gonna leave party mode.
Okay.
Okay, hey, it's working for me again. The
What's
instance,
working?
the instance, it's working again.
Okay, you can invite me and I'll come in. Invite me.
Okay, I'm working on it.
Okay.
I'm just slow at. Look at all those things waiting to be killed.
Yep, I'm following you.
Okay. Okay, well, just for good measure, I'm putting out a cookie jar. Just in case something catastrophic happens. Okay. Look at all the dead stuff. I'm gonna go back and loot some.
Hey, so do either of you have alliance characters?
I do.
I don't.
Do you have a preference, alliance or horde?
What do you mean?
What do you rather play, alliance characters or horde characters?
Well, I've always played Alliance. I just changed at the end of Legion.
Oh yeah, what made you do that?
I just didn't like the guilds I was in and got sick of it, so I transferred to this server and switched my Alliance priest to. I always preferred Alliance. Now I don't actually think it makes all that much difference. What do you like?
Well, hold on, what about you, Mike?
I don't have an. I've never leveled an alliance character. I thought I would have felt like a traitor to the horde.
In
That's funny.
in Burning Crusade, I was a Night Elf rogue. Only because the person I played with was a Night Elf. And I didn't know anything about really factions or anything. But as soon as I learned more, I always did horde.
But
So you don't have any Alliance then?
I mean, I still got my original Night Elf rogue from like 15 years ago or something like that.
Ah.
Okay, so at this point, we can go down to the beach and like slaughter these little maritime goblins, or we can just go back and reset that beginning area, because the greatest density of creeps is really in that beginning area.
You might be able to do pretty good here, though.
Yeah, oh, these elemental guys, these guys are big nuisances, though. I mean, it's not that they really do that much damage, but they're just big nuisances because they do massive stuff. So yeah, I got them rounded up here. It's like, go ahead and see what you can do, because I'm on a 10-second stun. Yeah, you see what I mean?
Yeah. But we're getting charms.
Yes, we are. And it's like, and oh yeah, and you know what? These little blobs over here, these are actually really good for charms. Just kind of wand one of them and get them to gang up on you. Well, I only got one that time, but still, I mean, they're an easy kill.
One
when you can
what?
get them. What?
I said once won. It's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got 2 off those.
Oh yeah, I got a few off those. Yeah, and got one off the snake.
Now that's a boss, isn't it?
No, that's just one. That's just one of the high level creeps. In fact, there's some named creeps that I think still do not count as bosses, but I just didn't. I don't want to take the chance. Okay, and here soon, it's like basically after this one. Okay, we'll be down in the oh, let's see, here's a couple more over here. Okay, yeah. See that big one at our 10 o'clock there. She's a or at our 12 o'clock. She's a boss. She's a boss.
Yeah.
Don't want to mess with her. Yeah, lady.
We got these things down here, these scavenge.
Yeah, yeah, and they're a good source.
I mean, I'm really liking Elemental Shaman. It's pretty sweet.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
I
gonna go.
haven't shown. But it's a resto.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
yeah.
round a bunch of these creeps up and bring them over to you.
Oh my god,
Okay.
that was a lot of charm. That was the best. That was 10 in a row.
Yes. And see, that's a complete
Wow.
charm bracelet. And once you have at least 40 of these lovely charms together, we should go do the local quests at the capitals. You know, where you turn in the charm bracelet to the leader of the capital.
Okay.
There's the reason being is that those quests, they'll give you 5 love tokens for your charm bracelet. When you sell them at the Valentine vendor there, it's like they only give you 1 charm bracelet for the
10, right.
yeah, 1 token for the bracelet. Yeah, so
Well, you tell me when, because I got. When you get 40 left.
oh yeah, well I have more like 400 myself. So I've been
So I don't know what things we.
Yeah, let's get these scrubs over here.
Those are the best things. So if we go in the cave, we could get some stuff, right?
Yeah, we can, but we gotta be careful in the cave. Because there is a boss in there. But yeah, these crabs over here are good too. Let's round up some crabs and yeah. Okay, and see there's a lot of murlocs in these. These murlocs are good, but we want to keep from waking up that named guy. I don't think that he actually counts as a boss, but you know, it would suck if he did.
Yeah, but you can run by him.
Yeah, we should be able to run by him just fine. Okay, and we gotta sneak past this guy too.
Alright, we gotta sneak out of here then. Oh no, I see stuff down there on the...
Yeah, let's just hug the cliff here, and personally, I don't think any of those sea giants are bosses. Only the one that's the king. That, you know, like I said,
Right.
I'd rather not take the chance.
Yeah, we don't need them. We can run out and...
Yeah, and I think that we pretty much cleared this. So yeah, let's run out and... Yeah, looks like I'm up to 340 of the...
Awesome.
Oh, here's a few more crabs. I know I'm going the right way. I just may not be taking the most direct route. Oh, here's a few over that we missed earlier. Okay, I'm gonna just round all these guys up. Yeah, these ones are easy to miss apparently. They're the same ones I missed last time. Okay, let's head out.
Where you headed?
I was headed to darn it, to the city in the sky.
Dalaran?
Yeah, and we could port over to Ogrimmar, and you can turn that in. And see, this is why I was telling you to get 40 of those, so that we could hit each of the main capitals. You can give them, each of the leaders, a bracelet, and that's the best way of getting those love tokens, because you get a lot more of them that way than through the vendor. But you can only do that once per day with each leader.
Okay. So where we're going to Orgrimmar, then to Silver Moon and all that?
Yeah, though it really doesn't. I mean, we can do it in any order. We might want to do it in an order where we end up at Ogrimmar at the end.
Okay.
But I don't know which the. Okay, let's go to Silver Moon first, because from there we can take the Orb of Translocation over to Undercity. And then from Undercity we can go to Ogrimmar. And from there it's just, it's an easy trip to Thunderbluff.
Okay, so Silver Moon City?
Yeah. Now let's take the portal to Silver Moon.
Give me 1 second. I want to throw a sandwich together.
Oh, sure. I really need to vendor anyway, so that works out great.
I have many, many wares. Farewell, friend of the Grumbles. Many deals for a friend of the Grumbles. Like you. I have just the thing. Wander out.
I'm back.
All right.
Now, are
Yeah.
you in Silver Moon City?
No, I was just vendor. I'm still in Dalaran. I was vendoring. I'm gonna portal over to Silvermoon.
We're not driving you crazy, I was fine.
No, ma'am.
You know, yeah, I mean, we could always just, I mean, this is kind of the lounge area. We could always just move down to an instancing channel.
No,
It's not a problem.
no, it's
That would
good.
be the polite thing.
I like having background noise while I'm playing, cause I mean, I got music playing. I got y'all are doing your thing. I don't know. I like that.
Okay, long as we're not bothered.
No, not at all.
Okay, Trisha, let's go down. Okay, on your map of Silvermoon, let's go down to the Bazaar area, and you'll receive the same quest here for Silvermoon as you got there in Orgrimmar. And it'll be rinse and repeat for all the capitals.
Okay.
You know, and I just wish we would have got into this routine, you know, back at the beginning of the event, because when you do it this way, it's really easy to collect those love tokens. And I'm no sort of pro player. I mean, I'm always kind of behind the curve, but this event, it's easy to, this is an easy event. Okay, where did I turn wrong? Oh, okay. No, we are here. I'm just looking at the map wrong is all.
I'm just trying to find you because this is not my. Oh, I.
Yeah, see.
So he took some of my charms, or did he?
I have many lucky boots to you, right?
No, I hope not. I mean, it's like what you do is, okay, you press your stack of charms, and it will make a bracelet, and then you take the bracelet over to the High Commander here, or whatever his name is. I can never remember him. He seems to be sort of a secondary story, a secondary character in the plot line, even though he is the leader of the Blood Elves. I may not be going. Follow your quest symbol, because I may not be going the right way. Oh, this looks like him ahead though. Oh, okay, there's a portal to Hellfire. Okay, I'm trying to remember. Okay, I think the translocator is over this way, if I remember right. It'll translocate us to the ruins of Old Lordaeron, you know, just above the Undercity.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure you've probably done all this before, but I've been having to refresh my memory on it because it's been a while.
No, I'm not that familiar with Horde. Remember, I'm an Alliance. All the years I've played, I've always played Alliance.
Well, welcome to the dark side. We have
My sister, who used to play, would be a mate. Because I despised Horde. I was on a PvP server that was Horde heavy, and I used to get ganked all.
Well,
Oh,
now
I
we're
bet.
in the opposite situation. So here's our holiday cheer.
Oh, there's another daily too. I don't know how to get to it, but I see it. It's down.
Yeah,
See that?
that's the trick. Okay, see, that's because these hallways are confusing. The key to it is you always go down if you're going into. You follow the ramps down to get into the Undercity. You follow the ramps back up and it'll eventually lead you out. And by the way, something funny happened to me today. It's like I died in the elevator. That has not happened to me since vanilla. I didn't even think that it could happen anymore. But I delayed in the elevator and stepped out just at that right moment where I didn't make it into the hallway, and I fell all the way down the elevator shaft as the platform was descending. And so I squished at the bottom. I thought, whoa, that was cool. Haven't had that happen in years.
Well, I'm stuck. I have no idea where.
Okay, but you do have your quest. Okay, the best thing to do right now is make your next charm bracelet. So that'll give you your visual quest point cube, you know. And then I'm going to show you a secret to navigating the Undercity.
I just went up.
Right. And see, and that's what it is. See, if you're on the bottom, okay, just start fly. You know, get out. You can fly here in the Undercity. Okay. So come to where I am.
You're down from me.
Are you flying?
Well, I'm not where I can fly. I mean, I can fly, but I don't need to fly because there's no place to fly to. I'm still inside the hall.
Oh, well, okay, come over here
I'm
to the...
exactly right above you.
Oh. Okay, so you haven't taken the elevator yet, is what you're saying. Okay, I'm sorry, I did. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm up where the guys are, right where I started, I think.
Oh, you mean where the holiday guys are?
Mm-hmm. I see you now. I'm coming.
And so you'll see what I'm talking about. To get to Undercity, you always just take the ramps that point downward. All right, and here's our elevator. And this is the elevator that I died in this morning, that I was talking about. We get in the elevator. Turn a little bit to the left. It's like that episode of South Park. It's like curve a little bit to the left. Okay, and see, and once we're in here, to avoid the confusion of like the beehive's construction of Undercity, let's just start flying. Okay, and up, and just go straight up, and over here you'll see, yeah, see where I am? It's like this tunnels like this will save you a lot of trouble, because we're in the outer ring, you know, one of the outer rings of the Undercity. And so now we need to head south by southeast to get to the Dark Lady's headquarters. Oh, I think I went a little bit too far. Okay. Yes, here we are. So now we're in the royal quarter. See, Undercity is very symmetrically designed. It's just visually confusing because it's like kind of beehive. Oh, Trisha, did you get that quest in Ogremar called Crushing the Crown?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I still have a gift for High Lord Surfang. I didn't give that yet. Where'd you go?
Right. I just went back out the way we came. Here, I'll come back for you. See, in this room, there's only one way in and one way out. So, I mean, it may look confusing, but really, it's not. Okay, so let's get out of here. Will you look in your quest log and see if you have the holiday quest called Crushing the Crown?
I don't think I have that. I only have the gift for the Overlord.
Okay. Yeah, because the other ones we've been picking up as we hit the capitals. Okay, so yeah, let's go back to Ogremar now. Yeah, we'll go outside.
Well, we could use one of our Hearthstones to do that.
Yeah, we could. But if you want to do it that way, let's Hearthstone to let's Hearthstone to I mean, darn it. Let's go to Thunderbluff and then hit Ogremar at the.
I can't Hearthstone to Thunderbluff.
Okay, but if you can go back to the Great Seal, they have a portal to Thunderbluff. There.
Okay, that's where I'll go.
Yeah, remember the room with all the portals in it?
Mm-hmm.
I think it does anyway.
Good go.
Okay, yes. Okay, yeah, let's hit Thunderbluff first. You know, if you like, we could just do this on foot so you get a better feel of the layout of the place. Okay, are you with me here?
No, you took off.
Okay.
Okay. I put my mount down and you jumped on the mount.
Okay, do you see the holiday people yet? Oh, here they are. Yeah. Those are our revelers. Okay. So now, from here, the easiest thing to do is, okay, get on your flying mount and just come straight up. And let's take the flight path to Ogrimmar, because it's faster
You
than,
have to turn this in first.
oh yeah, I guess you do, don't you? Forgot about that little detail.
Okay, now you set a flight path to Orgrimmar.
Yeah, see the big flight tower, the big tower over here? This biggest one? And you go inside that big opening in it. Yeah. Yeah. Check if you have a flight path to Ogrimmar there.
What are you eating? A biscuit?
Do you?
Where would Orgrimmar be?
Okay, Ogrimmar is going to be like northeast of our current location.
Okay, I got it.
All right, so yeah, let's just. Yeah, so you got a head start on me. I mean, we could have just flown our mounts over there, but it's faster this.
Ha! The video. Funny.
Yeah, I have to step away for a moment.
Gonna grab a drink while we're flying. I'm back. So I act like I didn't do anything yesterday. I did a lot of writing and I had a lot of proofreading to do.
How you doing, man? Stay away from the
Okay, I'm almost back.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Okay. And so, were you able to find your way down and turn it in?
uh-huh.
All right. Very good. Did they give you crushing the crown?
No, I'll have to look for that, I guess.
See, one of the problems here in Ogrimmar is that there's so many people standing around in their mounts that you often don't see the quest givers.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Good
know
night.
that.
Both of those little goblins, it's like they've been giving me dailies, you know, both of them at the Valentine Archway. Oh, you know what? Maybe what we need to do first. Have you done the Okay, it's inside Dungeon Finder. Have you done Crown Chemical Company today?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I'm gonna wowhead it and see if there's any clues. You see, what happens is that even though oh wow, now that's a cool looking mound. Violet Proto-Drake.
Yeah, that's the prize for doing all the achievements for the World Quest, the holiday stuff.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Achievement, what a long, strange trip it's been. World events. So this is what you need. You need to complete the Honor Your Elders, Noble Garden, Flame Keeper, Hallowed Be Thy Name, Love's Fool, For the Children, Brewmaster, and Merryman.
I haven't done a single one of those. Oh no, those aren't just, no, those aren't, those are whole quest categories like Honor One's Elders. That's a dozen in itself.
Every one of them are a lot in and of itself, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like For the Children, the one that was hard was the School of Hard Knocks. You had to capture the flag in Eye of the Storm, assault the tower in Aratuk Valley, assault the flag in Arathia Basin, and return the flag in Washaw Gulch, all with your orphan child out. I only know what it was for because I have it.
Oh, you have the Violet Proto-Drake?
I do.
Wow. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of achievements.
Congratulations, that was a lot of work.
Yeah, it was. I've had it since April 2015. And that was only because the School of Hard Knocks was a hard one for me because I don't like TV. And I didn't know how to capture the flag and all that stuff. And I was going to get a group in there that was going to take me to do it. And I decided one day to just try to do them. And I got them all done by myself with no.
That's the best way.
It wasn't easy though, let me tell ya. don't know where Crown Chemical Company would be to do that.
Oh, so did you find the quest?
No. Nope, did not find the quest. I would have thought it would have been a daily here someplace, but I sure don't see it.
Okay, I'm looking it up on Wowhead.
You know, the prettiest Frodo Drake in the game is the spawn of Galacrest.
Okay, Retina, you're level 120, right?
Yep. See this mount?
Okay, I can't seem to get any sort of meaningful information from it, but it's... I don't, you know, I'd really go to some of the more knowledgeable people in the guild about this one, because I don't know how to explain it.
Oh, I know what you do to do it. You go over to Alderman and do that stuff, but you gotta get the quest, and I haven't seen the quest.
Right, and
I mean, I would have thought it would have been over where the vendor is for this, you know, but it's not.
okay, so
It's all right.
I don't understand it well enough to really to tell you.
Oh, I've done it 100 times on my Alliance characters. I have not seen it on this character.
Right, and I don't know. And the thing is like I just take it for granted that I get to do it, but I can't explain to you how I unlocked it to where I could do it. It was just kind of, it just happened one day. But I seem to have a vague memory of, remember, there's that inspector that's asking you to follow a trail of, like,
I don't know where
suspicious
he is.
Well, I seem to remember him being around the gates of, kind of like right inside the gates of Ogrimmar. You know?
I mean, I know where the Alliance stuff is. I don't
Yeah,
know
but
where these guys are.
I seem to remember him being right about this area where I'm standing now. If we had some of the, the more pro players around that really make a point of knowing the game in and out, they could probably explain it. But I don't remember how. My mind operates too much in generalities, not in specific. But still, yet, what we did tonight with the, collecting the charm pieces, you need 40 of them per day, and turn them in at those capitals like we did. That's the best way of getting the love tokens. You'll get 20 a day with 40 charms that way, whereas 20 would take 200 charms at the vendor.
Right. Which it's only for 2 more days, so.
Right. So this time around, you're not going to be able to like get a lovebird or something, but it sets you up for for next year, or or maybe you can buy in with somebody on something, because if I remember right, okay, while the tokens and the charms are soulbound items, those bracelets are not soulbound, so you can exchange those with other players.
Right.
That's if I remember right.
You can. Someone tried to sell me a bunch for 500 apiece.
So what would you like to do now?
I don't really care about doing much of anything, to be honest. I'm kind of tired tonight.
Okay, well, I'm sorry if I bored you and made it tedious.
Oh no, you didn't do anything wrong. It's just that I've been up since early today. I tried to take a nap and couldn't. I just got a lot on my mind.
I know you do. I know you do. And
So
I'm glad you came on for a while, because I missed you yesterday.
Yeah, no, I'm not bored with you or anything. It's just myself. It's just my own anxiety and stress and stuff.
And Amy asked about you too. And in fact, it's like I haven't seen Amy today either.
How's your DPS going? Is it getting good?
It's been going really well. I haven't performed as well as that night that we were playing, because, well, like when I get around, especially like when I get around Gong, it's like, I mean, I start getting nervous because of, like perceived expectations, but yeah, I mean, you saw it. It's like my DPS doubled the other night.
Yeah, so do you want to do those key bindings, those couple of key bindings? XCV?
Yeah, yeah, we can give that a
XCV?
try.
All right. Let me look under keybind and see. Okay, they're just under your regular action bars. What you have to decide is, and you know another one? Let me tell you this before we go too far. You know, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have that funny looking sign. Oh, you don't. 5. Okay, listen. How do you do on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Hitting. Are you with me here, Buddha?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I was pressing the wrong button. But yeah, I'm very good up through 5, pretty good up through 7. Anything past 7, it's like I have to stop and look.
Okay, so do you have stuff on 6 and 7 that you used to that you're real good at? See, I'm not good. My finger don't have a stretch to 6 and 7. My hands are too small.
Yeah, well, 6 is my Rain of Fire, 7 is my Gul'dan's Grasp. So yeah, I would say those are pretty important.
Oh, I don't mean that. Do you have a good finger reach to get to them while you're playing without stretch?
Yes.
Okay. So then we got 8, 9, 10, and the other ones. 8, 9, 10, 0, and then the other 2. So you see next to 1, there's a little divot thing.
To the left of 1. But see, that's the button that I use for, well, it has nothing to do with World of Warcraft, but that's my press to talk in Discord.
Okay. So we won't do that, that's all. That's my number 5 button. Okay, so open up your key binding. And then you just regular action bar. Okay, so if you look down your numbers, you said you're good up to 7. So anywhere from 8 to 12, you could put X, C, V, wherever you want it. And you could actually do B too.
Okay, but see,
Okay, say it again. Go ahead.
okay, I don't know. It's like now I'm getting a little bit confused because what I tend to do is like I just use my normal 8 through 12 for abilities that I don't use as often, so I don't mind just mouse clicking them.
Okay.
But what I would rather do
But
is
you
like,
can put them, if you're just gonna mouse click them, right? You could put them on your lower action bar. You have 2 action bars, right?
yes, I have them laid out horizontally, one on top of the other.
Right. Well, you must have spaces on either the top one or the bottom one that you could put some of those things that you mouse click. Since you're only going to mouse click them anyway, unless you want to put them on your XCV. And I don't know that you want to change your B. We'll have to think of what you want for bag key if you do use B.
Well, I'll have to. Yeah, I mean, it's. I think I understand what you're getting at, and I do like the XCV idea, though. I might include Z in there. Um, though it's like I like to draw my weapons out. Um,
If you like to draw
however,
your weapons out, leave Z alone. I leave Z alone because I told you, whenever I have start using Z, then I end up hitting it when I mean to hit X. If I don't even include Z, I never hit it. I don't know why that is, because it's an easy enough reach, but once I include it, when I try to hit X, I tend to go back too far and hit the Z. So I leave Z right where it is, and I don't use B either, just because I want to not to. I don't need to. Since I have voodoo for some stuff, for a couple of spells, then I don't need to worry about it. I got all my spells covered that I need. So you have to decide if you want to do it. You have to pick what keys you want them on.
right, I'll have to decide the particulars on it. But yeah, I mean, that is a, that seems like a good way of laying them out.
I like it because my thumb can hit everything, and that gives me, I can go 1 to 5 easy enough. Then I have the Dibbit for a spell, and then I have XCV. That gives me enough.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I will keep looking into it. But Trisha, I will tell you that if Gong had tried to get me to attempt that build, it wouldn't have worked. You were the only one who could actually get me to try it. So just
Why?
that.
Why?
Well, just because I don't feel threatened by you. I don't feel like, um, well, you're able to. It's okay to be vulnerable with you. I feel resistant around God.
Oh, okay.
Him being a guild leader and whatnot.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I can understand that. There's some people that I feel more resistant around.
I'm not going there to die. I'm going to find out if I'm really alive.
I mean, he's been nothing but cool to me, so I mean, it's like it's not a fault on his part. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that that's just sort of my knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah, it's about you. I get that. You're telling me that. You haven't said anything bad against him. You're saying this is me and how I react to that. Yeah, I get it. Just sometimes it's easier for somebody else to work with you than certain other people because you just get too nervous.
Right, right, and you don't make me nervous.
Well, I'm glad.
I miss the Barons.
Do ya? Well, you can go back to
Yeah.
them, you know.
Just so many nostalgic memories of questing out here back in vanilla. And it's like, back then, it's like your life was so slow.
Battery low.
You know, building your character was so slow, and it's like you would just be out here forever.
Yeah.
It just
But you
seemed
know,
like
you can talk to the timekeeper and turn back time, right?
in some areas, yes.
Yeah, I don't know about the barons or not.
Because yeah, it definitely looks a lot different now than it used to. It's like there's a lot more of it that's flooded.
You know what I miss? The Veil.
The Dales.
The Veil of Eternal Blossom.
Oh yeah, they're in Pandaria. Is that right?
Yep. But it used to be so pretty. I used to do that. It used to be so pretty. I suppose it's probably good for me that it's not now, because I used to do that more with my sister, and it would bring back a lot of that.
Yeah.
She quit a little after a year into Pandaria. She was too sick to play anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. You know, so, something that always kind of amazed me with my mother was that, like, okay, apparently she was actually sick for a long time before we really detected it. I mean, she knew something was wrong, but see, she also had post-polio syndrome.
Oh yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, and so you know, that's a degenerative condition in itself. And I remember there came a point in her life where, you know, she could barely, you know, lift 10 pounds anymore. But she still, it was like some kind of muscle memory or technique. She could still pick up that big ol', you know, the big, what is it, like 12-inch cast iron pan.
Yeah.
And yeah, she could pick that up and drain it and not spill anything, all the way up until the last year of her life. And it just amazed me, because it's like she always struggled with stuff, but she was so adept in the kitchen, and she knew that pan, and she could, you know, she could manage that one object, you know, when she couldn't manage other objects of equivalent size.
My sister did amazing. Cooking and everything till the end.
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
I had a lot of guilt when she died, because my mom had just passed away, and I was mad at my youngest sister because I blamed her for a lot of stuff that happened with my mother. And I was giving her a hard time one day. I called her up. She called it giving her a hard time. Really, I just was trying to get her to understand where I was at with it all. And I'm sure when she got off the phone, she talked to my sister, which my sister was too sick to be talking to about anything hard. And my youngest sister, I was pretty mad at her, because I'm sure she talked to my sister Linda And my sister Linda called me up and she goes, "Hey, do me a favor." I'm like, "What?" She goes, "Don't get on Paula's back anymore." And it really made me so mad. I almost yelled at her and I bit my tongue. And I said, "Listen, I'm not giving her a hard time. And don't worry, I'm not going to call her back." I'm glad I bit my tongue because I never really got to have another conversation with her. An hour later, my younger sister called me and said she was bringing my sister up to this hospice place. And I knew when she went there that she wasn't going to be alive. So I think she went there for like 5 days, came home, and then died 2 days later.
Yeah. When my mother died, I was actually here in this room playing World of Warcraft, but she had been in, you know, she had been on death watch for some time at that point. But I think one of the things that always bothers me in those last days with her was that, okay, I had been sober for 7 months, and like my father had just kind of gone into shutdown mode, and I felt like I was shouldering everything myself, you know, taking my mother to her appointments and you know, being strong for everybody and whatnot, and you know, here it's like I was actually in a vulnerable stage of recovery.
Oh, absolutely.
And it was one of those things, well, you know, I found myself in that situation where, you know, I'm afraid to talk to anybody about what's happening, because then it's like I'm just, you know, I'm creating a problem and making this about me. Okay. And, you know, for a good while, it's like we still held out the hope that, you know, that the surgery had gone well, that she was going to, you know, go into remission and recover. And then, you know, there came a point, March 25th of 2 years ago, you know, after we knew that her cancer had come back again, it's like I was, you know what? This is the last birthday I'm having with my mother. And so I went down, you know, I went right across the state line to Idaho because liquor's a lot cheaper there. I got her a bottle of the Tanqueray gin, which was the best gin that they had around there. I got myself a bottle of Wild Turkey. And we had her last birthday together. And I remember she was in very high spirits and cheerful and laughing, and, you know, we talked a lot, and you know, we had a really good time. But the problem with it, Tricia, I don't remember a word of what we said.
Wow.
And
wow.
I just hate that my last, and it was just, you know, very soon after that she, you know, her health declined, you know, just so sharply that, you know, you really couldn't have regular conversations with her anymore. You know, I mean, just, you know, a few words here, a sentence there. You know what I mean. You've gone through it before.
Oh,
And
yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so that was the last day when she was really herself. And I was too drunk to remember what happened that day.
Yeah, that,
you know,
yeah,
it's like on one hand, you know, I felt, at least at the time, I felt like my intentions were good, but it was devastating to my own program.
Yeah. Well, I had developed some gallbladder issues, so my mother kept wanting me to go to Florida, and I didn't want to go because I didn't know if my gallbladder was gonna kick up, and then my other sister would be pissed, not because then she'd have 3 people that were sick there. So I wouldn't go, and my mother was kind of mad at me a little because she's like, you should have had that out when you were supposed to, and I canceled it, and which I'm famous for having surgeries canceled. So she was real upset. But I kept figuring I'd go down her house around Thanksgiving or Christmas. And Christmas Day is a good day to fly. Nobody flies Christmas Day. But
There's a few, but yeah,
she
you're
didn't
right.
make it to Christmas. She died the 20th. She didn't make it to Christmas.
Oh yeah, that was another thing. That was another real bad thing that happened was you know, we had been telling my mother's sister and my sister that, hey, you know, mom's not going to get better, and you know, come down here as soon as you can. But as soon as they could was not fast enough, because it was just kind of one of those things, you know, she was one of those old school tough characters that keeps compensate, crash. And by the time her daughter and her sister got out there, she was already, you know, on bed confinement, not really, they really didn't get to have that end time with her that they needed.
Yeah, that's hard too.
And so, I mean, I count myself very fortunate that, you know, I was able to go through this whole process with her, and it didn't just strike me suddenly where, you know, oh my God, my mother's gone, like, you know, like it was for my sister.
I just wish I had asked my mother, because I had called my mother on a Wednesday night to see how she was doing. And when I called her, she said, I'm dying. Me and Linda are dying. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You're dying. You weren't dying yesterday. You're not dying today. I didn't know what the heck she was saying that for. And that was Wednesday night. And at the end of the night on Saturday, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, early Sunday morning, she died. I wished I had asked her why she thought it.
Oh my God, you're hideous. I didn't say that. What happened? Why are you getting this? Up on there.
You know where you find sympathy? Michael?
I think I forgot.
It's between shit and syphilis in the dictionary.
Oh. Okay, I've never heard that one. I'm writing that one down.
I love that one. I'll tell anybody, hey, if you look for sympathy, I'll tell you it's between shit and syphilis in the dictionary. Look it up.
Do you happen to remember how to spell Do you happen to remember how to spell syphilis?
SYPHILIS.
Okay. Okay, it's not not as complicated as I thought it was.
No, it's not.
But it is one of those words, it's like you try to sound it out and it's easy to overcomplicate it.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot, I still haven't done any mythics this week.
I haven't done any either. Clash, you're back.
Yes, ma'am. Yep, I ain't done no mythics. Ever since I started leveling this shaman, I ain't done nothing with any of my mains or my alts.
Yeah. I think that I really ought to just get off of this character for a little while and go kind of, you know, maintenance my alts for a bit, because you know how that is. It's like you start to flounder after a while, and you kind of just start spending a lot of time and not getting anything done.
I think my problem was I had too many alts, and I was trying to continuously do stuff with the alts, and I think my problem was I had too many alts, and I had to pick two mains, basically.
Right, but I think that's what most people's problems are.
Definitely was mine. I have like 35 alts.
And I basically have done the same thing. It's like, but even my second main, it's like I'm not planning on doing much with her until I unlock flying. It's like I'm not gonna try to develop a second character while we're still all on the ground. But my other alts, it's like I still keep them employed doing, you know, specific tasks. Like I have them all invested in farms back in Half Hill, where it's like you know, I produce a lot of living steel, because even though it's all the way back in the Pandaria expansion, living steel is you know, a commodity that's in demand for people's you know, mounts and vanity pets that they want from that period.
Exactly. Cataclysm gave us a lot of stuff. Oh no, that was Pandaria spell, wasn't it?
Yeah, Pandaria was what I was talking about.
Yeah,
I never
the
really
Sky
explored
God.
much about Cataclysm. Though I think that engineers did get a few robot pets in Cataclysm, if I remember right.
I don't know what they got, because I really didn't. I leveled an engineer in Cataclysm.
But in a lot of ways, man, I just think that like Pandaria was the high point for, you know, engineer coolness, because, you know, we had the Sky Golem and the depleted Cairo, you know, the Cryptium rocket, you know, and then we had these cool pets, and yeah, and all of those linked back to living steel.
Right.
I think what's really sad is I never touched professions at all. Nothing. Herbalism, leatherworking, engineering, nothing. All I did was PvP raids.
You have professions now.
No, I still don't.
I don't find them very appealing in this expansion to me. There might be something that's good, but I'm not impressed with anything in this expansion.
The only thing that I would want to pick up would be there's one profession that allows you to create a magical flying carpet.
That would be tailoring.
Tailoring.
There you go. That would be the only one that I would be interested in doing, just because of that.
But are you a clothy character?
I have a priest that I would do it on.
Well, there is a magic carpet that you can get for all the characters can fly it. And you don't have to be a tailor to do it. It's a different mount.
Oh,
You know,
I thought just the.
for a long time it was that way, and I hated when they changed it like that. It's like, because I mean, yes, it's like, sure, we don't get everything that everybody else has, but it also lets, you know, it also lets the other, you know, people have their own realm of coolness.
Right. Yep.
That's true. I was surprised when one came out and anybody could ride it. I can't think of what the name of it is.
But something that often does happen, you know, with that sort of thing, is that it's still not quite as good as the original. It's like it still has that knockoff aspect.
I don't know. It looks pretty good to me. I'm looking at it right now. It's
Well, I'm not an overly picky consumer myself.
Nightfall and cash, and I don't know how you get that. Is that over in Suramar from the Nightfallen?
I
What
think
are
so,
Nightfall? Oh, that's Nightfallen, but let's. I don't know. I'm looking it up.
Many farewells.
And a thing came up, Battle for Lordan, Lordaeron, Jaina. But I don't think that's, I know that's not where I got it. So it's not that because it's 110 item level. Okay, so it's I think it's one of the invasions. But I'm not positive. It's a pretty sweet one.
Okay. I gotta tend the farm.
But if you want to level a tank, I probably have cloth up the wazoo.
Oh shoot, I have so much stinking cloth and I don't have
And
it
it's only
because
a
I'm a pack
cataclysm.
rat.
And I think it's only a cataclysm pattern, so it doesn't take long to level it. But then again, you have to have somebody that can ride it. So if you're going to create it on somebody that you're not going to play much, you're not going to get to enjoy it much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But that other one, anybody can ride. And if you're going to do some of the Legion stuff to get your class mount, you might actually get. I liked Legion a lot.
And
I liked it because of the class mounts and stuff.
I did like that about it, and I also did like the class halls, as opposed to having the garrison. I thought that was a lot better balanced. But
Yeah.
there was two parts of it that I didn't like. One being that Suramar was just way too long a quest line.
Exactly, that too, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, The other being that for whatever reason, and this is my perception, it seems like that a lot of players, in fact, most players don't seem to feel the same way about this, but I felt like I was leveling an artifact, not my character. I felt like my character's development got completely lost in this whole process during Legion.
I did too. Like now, we're leveling a neck.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid, I think.
But for whatever reason, it doesn't feel that way as strongly for me this time around as it did in Legion. I don't know why.
Because the neck leveling is easier now than it was in Legion. You had to really do a lot to level your weapon in Legion. It was more of a harder thing to do.
And then there was this big ritual that you went into your class hole in order to power up your, it's like, well, since when did they have a special chamber for my leveling up? It's like, I never got that. But this damn artifact that, this inanimate piece of wood that I'm carrying, it's like it gets a whole cavern and a cohort of demons devoted to it,
Yeah. I never did get my class mount on my lock. I didn't get it on my warrior and one more character. Oh, rogue. I did not get it on my rogue. Those were the only three. Every other, I had it on. Alliance, not Horde.
I just want them to hurry up and come out with another patch so I can farm Legion dungeons for transmog.
You can farm them.
Yeah, but the drops, you get hardly any, the drop rate of anything for Legion dungeons is pathetic. Like, considerably, like if you go to Warlords, or, any Warlord dungeon, you get like 6-7 pieces of something.
Oh, okay.
You go do a Legion, you might get 1 or 2, maybe.
Yeah, they're not good at dropping. It seems like they took the ability to get a lot of stuff dropped below it, made it harder to get. I still have a 110 boost I can do.
Likewise.
But I can barely play what I have.
Yeah, I have enough trouble keeping with the curve on one character at a time.
Yeah, I liked before that you could do. I kept up pretty good during Legion with quite a number of characters. I haven't been able to keep up on this. Couldn't keep up as good with Legion. I had a couple going.
Well, yeah, that's the way I remember it is when Legion was current, lots of people were complaining about how much harder it was to keep ults going.
It was harder. That was the first time that it was considerably higher. Because for one, yeah, you still had the Pathfinder. That was a pain in the neck over in Suramar. because you couldn't reach anything. You couldn't find anything.
And to this day, I have still never finished the Suramar quest line, and I may very well never unleash, unlock that, that alternative elf race for the Horde. I might just never do it because I hated I became that resentful of how long the Suramar quest line went on.
It's
Just
long as
too
it's long
much.
AF, man.
Yeah,
And I
it was.
still think I'm only 2/3 done.
I only did what I had to do, and then I was done with it. I did the whole quest line in Suramar. I wish I had done it on my priest, but I actually at the time was trying to learn pally healing, so I did it all on my pally. Then when I found out how long it was going to be, I really wished it wasn't on my pally. I had to finish it on the pally. But I have 4 level 120. Actually more, I think. I have to look at my other accounts. Got 69 hours left. Five. Yeah, I got 5 level 120s. No, I must have 6 or 7 because I got a couple of alliance too. I forgot about them.
Yeah, Trisha, on the whole, I agree with you. It's like I did like Legion.
Yeah, I have 6 120s. I'll tell you, I have noticed this though. Stuff doesn't sell in this expansion like it used to in other ones. And yet the stuff that the game sells is outrageous. I mean, amount for 5 million gold.
Oh yeah, that's sick, right?
Yeah. And I mean, like, they have a spider mount for 2 million gold over in Legion. I wanted to buy the Warframe, but it's 500,000 gold, so I wouldn't buy that. To me, as much as stuff is costing, I don't think they give you comparable amounts of gold like you'd have to be way, way better than the average player to come up with that 6 million gold. You almost would have to cheat, I think.
Well, maybe that's, we'll see, maybe that's a marketing trick in with the WoW tokens, okay?
Very smart, Michael. I think you're right.
But the thing is, it's like, even so, you would have to buy a lot of WoW tokens to get 5 million gold.
Yeah, I think when it first came out, if you would have purchased it with just WoW tokens, it was like 140 bucks. Or something like that, because like if you figure on average 120,000 gold equaled $20. So if you did the math, how much is that?
I'm not sure, but I think that you're, well, I mean, granted, it varies from server by server, but where I
No,
was,
it
it's like,
doesn't. Doesn't
Oh, it does.
vary. All the servers have the exact same price on WoW tokens now.
well, I know that the dollar price is exactly the same, but the gold cash in on it though, is
It's
that
the
exactly the same too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Initially, it wasn't. And initially, you could save up tokens, and when they went higher, you could put them in auction house or sell them. But you can't do that anymore. They're soul bound now.
Yeah, and aren't they kind of like placed in the auction house for you? It's like,
Yeah, but I meant if you bought them. If you bought them.
oh. It's been a long time since I bought a WoW token.
Like, I think you could turn them in for more gold. I forget what the deal was. It's been so long. I never did it. Someone told me about it, and just when they told me, it was right when they changed. Like the turn-in of them, you'd get more gold for them. You buy them cheap and wait till you're going to get more gold to cash them. Because you don't have to cash them right away.
Right. I think that by the time I bought my first WoW token, it's like that policy wasn't in effect anymore.
It was something like $500 before to be able to buy that $5 million mount. I think I had heard that it was up around $500 to be able to, but WoW tokens were much higher at the time.
Wow, was it that much?
Yeah. Well, like now, right now, WoW tokens are 111,324, right? But at the end of Legion, they were 180 to 200,000 gold to buy a WoW token.
I had friends that used to never pay cash to play WoW because they would just buy WoW tokens. They were good enough at earning gold to do that. But didn't Blizzard finally put a limit on that to where you couldn't do more than like 6 WoW tokens a year or something?
No, they've never done that because I bought WoW tokens from the day they came out with gold. You can only use so much at once, but I haven't paid for my game since the day the tokens were available. I buy them with gold.
Really? You're good. You're that good at earning gold.
She's actually a Chinese gold farmer.
Is this true,
I
Tricia?
mean, it might be a certain amount that you could buy in a period of time, but I know like buying them once a month, I haven't had any problem.
Oh, okay. Well, I probably misunderstood what they were saying. I just thought that that was like something that they were trying to curb people never actually paying for the game.
No, I don't.
With real money.
Yeah, I don't pay for the game with real money, and I was running 3 accounts for a while. But I was
How do you manage to make that much gold?
Well, I used to sell a lot of sandstone drakes, but they don't sell much anymore. I used to sell sky golems. I used to sell 3 sky golems a month. Then I sold sandstone drakes, and I sold those rockets that engineers can make. And I sell panthers.
Right. And isn't the jewel craft, is it jewel crafters that make the panthers?
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, plus, I've always farmed up a bunch of. I used to do the like I'd farm up at least 2 or 3 of the Swift Spring Stride. Well, the Swift Spring Striders, I'd always get like 20 of those and sell them through the year. The ones you get on eggs, and then I'd get the Valentine ones. I'd get 4 or so of those. So I worked my ass off to get them.
I'll tell you what's selling good now is those hyena mounts.
I don't even know where to get. Where do you get the hyena mounts?
Used to be an area in Dressbar. There's a couple areas that you farm in Dressbar to get it.
But I mean, things like that, the green core hound, the fell core hound, that used to sell pretty good. You can't hardly sell one of them anymore.
Those things are so friggin' obnoxious.
Okay.
They may be, but if you're trying to get the mount collection
Yeah.
for the achievement,
And I remember, you know, I remember back when those were a huge status symbol, having one of those.
well,
Yeah, I
during
got one. Those
Legion,
things are awesome.
you know what's a good status symbol? The orange ones, the big orange core hound. The ones you get out of Molten Core, when you got them during Draenor. Did you get one of those?
Nope, I wasn't around when that event was going on.
Oh wow, because that was just everybody that went into Molten Core in a 40-man raid got one of those, got either feet or hands, I can't remember which, new level, and you could get a pet. Hate Sparkle Tiny was in there, and that was like Ragnaros, and I got that pet too. But everybody in the 40-man raid got the core hound. That was pretty cool at the time.
Like, I wasn't around when everyone got the Horde motorcycle. That's a good one.
Oh yeah, I love that motorcycle. Way better than the Alliance. I think they were bastards to do what they did to the Alliance.
Oh, they gave him a gimme. Like, hey, you lost. Here you go.
They didn't give it to the Alliance.
Well, they gave him a one that's kind of like it.
No, they had to buy it for 100,000 gold.
Well, at least they gave him some.
Yeah, it was the one they lost, but 100,000 gold at that time was outrageous. Everybody knew the Horde was going to win. The minute it started, everybody was like, the Horde's going to win. I like their motorcycle better.
I'm curious about these orange core hounds and the four. You said so they brought 40-man raids back for a while during Warlords of Draenor?
They did into Molten Core.
Okay, I wasn't aware of that.
It's called Corehound. It's a double-headed Corehound, like those big Corehounds that are in Molten Core.
The double-headed core hounds, yes. Okay, yeah, I have seen a few of those. Yeah, and they're even more obnoxious than the other core hounds.
They really are.
Not that they don't look badass, but they're just overimposed.
It was just so cool because they were so big in Draenor, and everybody got one that did the raid. The raids were as bad as they were back when Molten Core was first open. It sucked to do the raid. It would take you 5 hours to do it with 40 people. What a pain in the ass they were. I hated that raid.
Well, that's understandable.
I have a couple of favorite mounts, like Nixia. I love that mount. And the Spawn of Galacrus. I love that mount. That's an achievement mount. I think it's the prettiest proto Drake in the game.
I think my favorite is my water striding, and I got a dragon. It's a rare dragon out of Miss of Pandera that's got lightning that crackles about him and all that. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, which one is it?
It's the black
Is
one.
it? Oh, okay, it's up from Timeless Island.
Yeah, from the rare guy.
Yeah. I wanted that one, I never got it.
Oh man,
There's
I can't
another one,
months
though.
for that one.
I have a lot of sky shards. I think I need like 1 or 2. And then a couple of people could get, I want to look on my other characters, see what I have. People could get the Thunder and Ruby Cloud Serpent. That's Alarnia. She flies over that red one.
Uh-huh.
You have to farm up sky shards to get that one. I have a bunch.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Thundering Ruby right now. That one's beautiful.
I have 8 sky shards. Although it seems like it says Jessie Cat has 8. And yeah, but I know she doesn't. I have 8. I need to get 2 more, and then some people could get it. You just go over to the Veil and I channel it down, and you taunt it, and it'll come towards you, and then when it dies, you'll all get. I haven't been farming sky shards in a while. Which is strange because it's one of my favorite things to do. I find it really relaxing to just run around the Vale and kill these things.
Let me finish this dungeon and then I'll help you folk close, okay, Mama?
So it seems weird to me that they have stuff that's so expensive, this expansion, and yet you can't make that much gold either.
I think a lot of people are making gold farming old content.
Yeah, I don't know what they're farming because nothing seems to be selling in auction house much that I can see. I mean, even sandstone drakes, those were big sellers. You're lucky if you could sell one in a month.
How much do they sell for anyway?
Well, now they're selling pretty cheap, 60,000 or something.
What are they?
The violet sand drake, the one that you turn into the...
Oh, the rideable.
Yeah.
I really, you know, that's something that my character really does need to get. It's like I still don't. I mean, I have a rideable, you know, like multi-person land mount, but I do not have a two-person flying.
That's what I loved about the getting the class mounts. Druids got their class mount. They actually turn into a two-person mount.
That's pretty cool.
It is because you could fly people around to get herbs and stuff.
Good evening, night owls.
Hey, Gong. How are ya?
Oh, pretty good.
What's going on?
Welcome to the guild.
Thank you, thank you.
You're the shaman, right?
Right.
Right on, right on.
Hey, what are the rules for raiding? I was telling him that I don't think that you have to be there for every raid or something.
Well, we have a progressive team, where we just started on heroic on Saturday because we downed Jaina on Thursday. But wait a minute, what the heck just happened to my Discord? Can you guys still hear me? Did you hear me that whole time I was talking? Okay, because it just like did a whole like reload and the loading thing circle came back up. I don't know what was going on. Anyways, in order to get into that team, someone kind of has to like view you in a group like Mythic Plus or see how you perform in LFR or something like that. Unless somebody, you know, says like, hey, they're good, they know what they're doing and whatnot, then they can get in on the team. But starting next Monday, we have a fun run that is open to all guildmates that want to get in the raid and learn, and I'm going to be running it.
Nice.
So, but as far as our progressive team, we do ask that our members that have been on the team to try and be there. But of course, we understand at the same time that real life stuff happens, and as long as you get on here and just say, "Hey, I'm not going to be able to make it," then yeah, everything's good. You don't. It's not like you're going to, have to take a suspension, or like you can't come to the raid for a few weeks if you don't show or something like that. No, we don't do that stuff.
Right. No. So he just can't be available all the time. So that's why I asked you, because I wasn't sure how it went exactly. But the fun raid, maybe he can do that sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. For now, it's going to be one night a week. Monday is the day we've set it up for the evening, 5:30 server Eastern, or 5:30 server time, 6:30 Eastern PM, of course. And then our progressive raids are Thursday and Saturday, roughly the same time.
Is this starting tomorrow?
No, the fun run does not start tomorrow. I figured that since it took a minute to figure out what day it was going to be, that setting a fun run directly up for the next day would not be enough notice for some of our new guildmates to learn about it and get ready and be prepared. So I put it for another week ahead. So the first fun run raid night will be the 4th.
Because really the only days that I could do anything like that would be on either a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, or a Sunday.
Dang. So,
Yep.
Well, the fun run sounds like it lines up with your schedule, but what level is your tune?
My mains are 120s.
Your mains are 120s?
Mm-hmm. I'm leveling this guy just from 20 to 110 or whatever to get the heritage armor.
Gotcha.
For my
Okay.
main.
Right.
Plus, I've never played a shaman before, so which is really fun.
Right on. Yeah. So, yeah, our progressive raid nights are Thursdays and Saturdays, but the fun run will start on Mondays, starting the 4th. And that's what we also like. The fun run is what we ask like our new members to join in on first, just to see how they are, and
Right
if we see that you're, you know the mechanics, you're learning quick, you're pulling numbers regardless of like your damage or DPS or whatever, then somebody may say, hey, would you like to come over to the progressive side and help us over there? So we've kind of decided as a guild that we would keep kind of the progressive raid a separate entity, and then be a casual guild, right? So
Right
like
on. Yeah, understand.
yeah, you already know it.
But I do want to get my main over to the guild.
All right. Are they on Agrimar or Fizzcrank?
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
What's in your way then?
Well, I'm about ready to log in, so if you want to get any tunes into the guild, I'd be happy to invite them.
Yeah. I just finished this, so let me log out.
I'm just checking for mod updates, but doesn't seem to be any, so.
I need to log off of this character because I'm not getting anything done on Buddha anymore. I'm just kind of jumping around in circles, chasing my.
Oh, you fighting around, are ya?
It just kind of. Never mind. Okay, I'm gonna check my hunting on whipping bow.
And it's super windy here, but I'm guessing it's super windy everywhere.
Alrighty, Gong.
What's that?
I need a. Hold on. How do I find you on here? Let me see.
You can whisper. It's well, my name's different on Discord, but it's GONGACHU. If you want to whisper me, and then I can probably invite you that way.
Damn it! I can't do it. It says no player named GONACHU. GONGACHU. Gonga Chu. There you are. There you go.
Mad swagger. Nice.
Yeah.
Pardon me, boy. Is that the gonga choo 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 choo?
Alright, so let's invite you here. Actually, I didn't even have to do that. I just remembered that they now have it where you can shift click their name in the invite. Just be sure to mark your tunes like in your notes. Just say like I don't know, whichever is your main name. Just type in your main name on all your alts, because if you have that on there and log into your alts regularly, just every like, you know, I don't know, at least once every 2 weeks or so, then the GN won't kick. Because we are almost at our cap, right? We're at you just made it 991 members, so
Nice.
well, a lot of them don't play anymore. He does like this monthly purge thing.
Oh, shit.
I got you.
Oh, let me tell you, my LVY does not look right.
Alright, I gotta go. I gotta help the wife fold clothes. Thanks for the invite. I'll catch y'all later.
Have
Yeah.
a good night.
Take it easy, man.
Later, man.
Good to meet you.